Things got pretty rough after the storm. It was very unexpected, but it is what it is, and it happened. Sadly, it just messed up the field. The messing up of the field was very heartbreaking for us.
I felt kind of excited and anxious because I really wanted to see what the new turf was going to be like. And the old turf was kind of like, it was not very fun to play in because you'd always get stuck in your shoes, and so I was very anxious to see what it'd be like.
When I saw that the old turf was gone, I felt really weird about it because it was like, my field is naked. Like, it made me really uncomfortable because I was like, what's the new field gonna look like? What's gonna happen to this? Like, it was really interesting to think about what was actually gonna happen in the future.
At first I was excited. I knew that it could help us indicate yard lines, stuff like that, which could help us march and everything. And overall, it just would have looked nice.
Having to move around, having to go to all these different places, the children's home, Avondale, and having to even play games there was really tough for us, not being able to play in front of our home crowd or not being at home, But it's just facing adversity, and it's nothing that any team can't get through, and we got through it.
I actually kind of liked it. I liked the bus ride. I mean, it built little bonds with the teammates because we always got to talk more, but it kind of sucked playing at the children's home because it wasn't a real field and you couldn't get the right practice reps in, and it just was a big disadvantage for us.
Honestly, it was really difficult having to practice on another field because we had practiced on our field for so long, and it was really stressful trying to get all those instruments and all those people to the correct places at the correct times, which kept changing constantly, and we kept getting yelled at by other teams and places that needed to be practicing, and we had to cancel things, and it was a really stressful process, but we ended up being able to make it through.
It was really difficult. It was really inconvenient as well. We had to practice at Epster and Winona, and it was harder to march because of the taller grass and then also the uneven field. And it set back our show, but I think overall we were able to overcome it after that.
When we had to practice on just a regular field, it was a lot more difficult than practicing on a regular football field, just because we didn't know for certain where the yard lines were and all that stuff. And we kind of need that for color guard because you need to know where you're going during the halftime show. So that was a big part of not being able to practice. It just made it a lot more difficult.
The new turf was probably the best thing to happen to us as a team.
I like the new turf a lot. I mean, you have a lot more grip when you play. I mean, you have a good sense of where you're at because of the alternating colors. I mean, and it's just a cool feel. It's like our new home, so we feel like we need to defend it, so I really like the new turf.
I love the new turf. I love how nice it looks. I love the different colors. That makes it a lot easier to march on. I love how fancy it is, and it's really nice to be able to get on a fresh, clean field, and that it looks so good, and I know that I can make a whole another year of memories.
I think it looks great. Like I said before, it really helps us march because of the alternating yard lines colors. And it really helps and it looks really great. So overall, it was worth it.
I really like the new turf. I think it's really pretty. It's great. It's really soft. I mean, it's just really nice field.
I think being on it was the best part for me. The difference I felt from playing and practicing at Avondale than practicing in my actual home. It gave us a feeling of protection. We got to protect this house with everything we have, and because it's the only one we got, and I think it was a very enjoyable experience to be able to practice and play on this new field.
I was very happy. Everyone was just trying to see who'd get the first sack, who'd get the first touchdown. It was just a big competition, and our first game obviously was a win, so we really liked it.
Overall, the process has been really stressful, but it's been really worth it. Although our show has had a lot of struggles, and I know the football team and other teams practicing have had a lot of struggles, I think the new turf looks awesome, and I'm so excited for the new field.
And I was really happy to play our first home game. I feel like we did a really good job, and it just looked really nice overall.